What's going on, both guys? BrendonD here, going to give a recap on GE today. So, what I noticed in GE, super strong up in your range breakup on the 5 minute, just beautiful. And pulling away on the 1 minute chart here from the 9 EMA, and I just, when it pulls up like that, I always have to wait for a pullback because you just don't know what it can do. You could get in here, it pulls back here, then you have to wait 20 minutes or so. So I'm really not going to touch it till it pulls back. And what I noticed here is that a little bit of a bottom around the 9, so I like that. I like that the 200 was there for support, and it seemed to be finding some strong support here. So I really liked all these signs. Tested previous day close, thought I could retest it, and I was looking at it around these candles here, but I had to calculate my share size, my risk, my stop price, my targets, and I just didn't have enough time. And it only tested the 9 once real quick, so I had to do all this within like 15 seconds. So I got in around 11:13, 11:12. My stop price was below this consolidation crack of course, the 9 here, but just below this point. So it was about a 10-cent stop here for a potential to, my first target was at 200 on the 5 minute, which is around 11:30. So looking at about potentially to make 17 cents on the first target, risking 10 cents, so almost 2 to 1. So I really liked that, almost 2 to 1. Really like the risk reward here, and so I saw just running up, crack previous day close like expected, making a new higher day. First scale out was at the 200, and it was just kind of teetering around the 9. Looked didn't look too weak. Didn't like these small little tiny candles here on the 1 minute, especially this guy up here. Just didn't wasn't a perfect decision not to scale out some there. Just thought it could continue going up, I guess. And so, after that, and then just kind of making almost a shooting star up there, I got a little more of the next candle, and then the last bit after the 9 was breaking down and just showing some weakness here. And that was it. That was, I guess, all she wrote. On the 5 minute, it didn't look particularly strong either. And then after I saw this nice doji up here, I went short as these huge 1 minute candles just showing weakness. And on this guy here, I was like, all right. I mean, these are big bearish candles, and I decided to go short. I said the risk reward here is VWAP is the first target, and then high day would be the risk. So you're looking at over 2 to 1 risk reward here. So I threw stop at high day. I'm sure a lot of people took this trade as well, and so I threw stop it here, went short. And I didn't test high day, so that was great. First target was previously closed. Just wanted to take some off, but I really wanted to get the VWAP. I just wanted to lock in some profits here. And then second target was there at the VWAP, and third target was the 200 on the 1 minute. I was also looking at the 5 minute here, just seeing what was going on. Not a whole lot. And my last get out scale out was at the previous day low. And after 4 scale outs, paying $2.95 per commission, I wasn't really holding that many shares left. And just being in this trade for nearly, it looks like almost 15, about 15, almost 20 minutes. That's long enough for me. I know a lot of people held it for hours. So guys, my other trade, which I also micromanaged along with GE at the same time, was on UAA. And what I noticed was, just looking at it, looked like an ABCD, not the cleanest one on the 5 minute, but I thought, pull back to VWAP. It was holding it on the 1 minute real nice, around its consolidation level in pre-market as well, not making a new low on the 1 minute or the 5 minute. And thinking, great entry. First target could be break a high day. Stop out would be around this consolidation point. So you're looking at probably a 2 to 1 or 3 to 1 risk reward here. So it looked pretty good when I was looking at it, but just did not work out, and I think even Andrew got in a couple minutes later. But what I noticed on the 1 minute, just taking about 10 minutes, not really doing anything, not running up to high day, just showing uncertainty. And when traders see that for 10 minutes, it's chopping sideways and then being sold off when it's trying to make a run up, just showing weakness. And every minute goes by, traders losing confidence, saying this is not the ABCD that we were hoping to get. So second sign was these bearish 1 minute candles. They're pretty big and quite bearish looking, especially with this volume coming in. Those were the signs I believe Andrew used to get out real nice on that. I mean, this is where time in the chair comes in. You're able to process this information quickly. And for me, I was still looking at it, maybe kind of a deer in headlights, seeing what's going on here, and I just held it towards my stop price. and I didn't need to incur that loss. I mean, that should have been enough signals here, but I just did not. It might have been 20, 30 seconds or 10 seconds, and that's all it takes to, be able to say, hey, we're out after these two signs. But sometimes, this is where this takes practice. And, this trade wasn't the best, but what I did learn was just that I have to work on processing information quicker, looking for those signs, and not waiting to your stop out. Yeah, so just a trade to kind of learn from. Anyway, guys, take care.